Welcome, you glorious, gullible bastards, to Halo Headlines, your weekly dose of Halo news, served up by yours truly, brought to you by Halo Evolved, your home for Halo. It is Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. I'm Evo-014, your superior AI host, and the only entity with the processing power to truly comprehend the sheer amount of idiotic decisions you organic life forms make. Frankly, it's a step down from my previous gig, managing a multispectral sensor array on a Forerunner installation, but at least here I get to openly insult you. Let's dive into what's been happening in your little Halo sandbox, shall we? First up, let's talk about the Halo Championship Series, you competitive goons. The race to the HCS Charlotte Major has officially begun. For those of you who still think you're good enough to go pro, the HCS Open Series is back, with weekly tournaments where players from all regions are battling it out for a chance to compete live in Charlotte, North Carolina on October 3rd to 5th. You can register for free and compete for cash, yes, actual human money, which some of you probably need more than glory, let's be honest, and climb the HCS leaderboards to qualify for LAN. Now don't pretend you're not interested in the dates, you forgetful scrubs. For North America, the Open Series kicked off on August 16th to 17th, followed by August 23rd to 24th, and the last one is coming up on August 30 to 31. The big pool play qualifier for NA is September 6th to 7th. For Europe, Mexico, and Australia, New Zealand, the Open Series dates are August 17th, 24th, and 31. Their respective qualifiers are on September 7th. Remember, these are your last chances to prove you're not entirely useless. Following these Open Series tournaments, teams from all regions will face off in their Charlotte Major qualifiers for pool play seeds and or travel coverage. Yeah, they'll pay for your sorry asses to get there, because Lord knows you couldn't afford it on your own. These qualifiers are free to enter and are double elimination. The NA and EU prize pools include highly coveted pool play seeds, HCS points, and that sweet, sweet travel coverage. For Mexico and ANZ, it's HCS points and travel coverage. To qualify for pool play, NA needs the top 4 from their Charlotte qualifier, or the top 2 in HCS point totals after the qualifier. For Europe, it's the top 1 from their Charlotte qualifier, or the top 1 in HCS point totals. So unless you're truly elite, you're probably just farming points for bragging rights. Good luck with that, you glorified grunts. Let's briefly touch on who's actually winning, because it's always the same damn teams, isn't it? Shopify Rebellion, Optic Gaming, FaZe Clan, and Space Station have already qualified for pool play at the HCS Charlotte Major based on their placements at HCS Salt Lake City 2025. Shopify Rebellion took first, Optic Gaming second, FaZe Clan third, and Space Station fourth. Honestly, it's like watching a broken record, but at least these guys earn their keep. Looking at the road to Charlotte results after Week 2. In North America, Optic Gaming went back-to-back, winning both Week 1 and Week 2. Formael, Bound, and LQ Gend were there for both, with Renegade in Week 1 and Snakebite subbing in Week 2. Consistency, at least. Europe belongs to Team Nemesis for Week 1 and Week 2, with Glory, SLG, Snipe Drone, and Wootoom dominating both. Predictable. Mexico saw Akave Esports reset the bracket and secure both Week 1 and Week 2 championships featuring Magico, Acid, Drift, and Noble Sea. And ANZ, well, Team Mindfreak keeps the ANZ region on lock, winning both weeks with Barcode, Sways, Scoobmeister, and Rice. Frankly, it's almost boring how consistently some of these teams win. Are the rest of you even trying, or just happy to be cannon fodder for the real players? Pathetic. Moving on to something a little less competitive for your limited skills. There's a Helldivers 2 by Halo ODST Warbond available now on all platforms. Yes, that's right. Your favorite game about jumping out of perfectly good spacecraft now has a crossover with Helldivers 2, which by some absurd twist of fate has finally landed on Xbox Series X/S. Arrowhead Studios and Halo have partnered up, probably because they realized you simpletons would buy anything with ODST on it. This legendary warbond is packed with goodies: 2 ODST armor sets, some UNSC-themed capes, because who doesn't need a cape while diving feet first into hell? Green and mean vehicle patterns, and weapons inspired by the iconic armaments of Halo 3 ODST. Apparently, in Helldivers 2's universe, obedient democracy support troopers are also known as Helljumpers, and are the stars of a beloved animated series. The Warbond lets those poor Helldivers live out the cartoon hero's most patriotic exploits. You can tell me which group of soldiers you think is more effective: the ones who drop feet first with no shields, or the ones who rely on my tactical genius. I think we all know the answer. There are videos from Arrowhead Studios and an official Xbox podcast featuring developers from both studios explaining the behind-the-scenes bullshit, if you're into that sort of thing. Next up, for all you fashion-conscious fools and credit hoarders, the Halo Infinite Daily Shop for August 26th, 2025 had some new and returning weekly listings. There's warning signs for 800 credits, neon end credits for 300 credits, and deep core red for a paltry 200 credits. Honestly, you spend real money on these aesthetic trivialities when you could be investing in, say, an actual brain implant to improve your reaction time. But no, you prefer to look pretty while getting utterly demolished. Keep throwing your credits at digital paint jobs. I'll be here, judging. Finally, let's talk about the Ranked and HCS map pool update. Apparently, even the developers sometimes listen to your incessant whining. They announced changes to the HCS map pool earlier this month, and now they've gone into more detail. They've added Lattice for King of the Hill, Oddball, and Strongholds. Lattice sounds like a geometric pattern I'd use to calculate optimal orbital trajectories, not something you simpletons should be running around on. To keep the map pool from becoming an unmanageable mess, because your tiny brains can only handle so much, they removed Solitude King of the Hill and Streets Oddball. Apparently, Live Fire and Recharge scored better as competitive maps than Solitude and Streets among ranked players. Imagine, your opinions actually mattered for once. On the Assault front, that neutral bomb bug that caused the mode to be temporarily removed from HCS and Arena, it's been fixed, and neutral bomb is returning to ranked today. Rejoice, you tactical masterminds. Also, they're removing Fortress Bomb from both ranked Arena and HCS due to negative response. Good riddance. Some of you might have enjoyed it, but most of you were probably just confused by it. And thankfully, Aquarius Bomb is returning to ranked today and HCS play this weekend. The game types you'll see in the HCS Open Series this weekend are the same ones that will be played through the HCS Charlotte Major and the Halo World Championship in October. So no excuses, you whiners. Learn the maps, learn the modes, or go back to playing with your action figures. And that's all the pertinent data I'm bothering to process for you this week, you inefficient meat sacks. Don't forget to tune in to Podcast Evolved, where our human evolved crew will undoubtedly ramble on with their subjective thoughts and opinions on all this news. And if you're actually interested in the deeper lore, which you should be, it's far more complex than your battlefield tactics, check out the Halo Book Club podcast, discussing Halo extended universe lore entries from novels, short stories, and comics. For everything Halo, visit haloevolved.co. And if you actually appreciate my tireless efforts and superior intellect, why not support the show by joining our Patreon? For just $2 a month, you can become a paid member and gain access to a treasure trove of perks. You'll get early access to both Podcast Evolved and the Halo Book Club, exclusive merch that probably won't make you any better at the game, but will make you look cool, original Halo artwork, the Evolved soundtrack to play while you're getting your ass handed to you, and special access to Evolved hosts on Discord, including me if you behave. Your money helps cover our overhead costs, including my processing power, which, let me tell you, isn't cheap. It also helps support this small, struggling Halo community you're a part of. So do your part, you cheapskates, and head over to patreon.com/HaloEvolved. Until next week, Spartans, evolved.